this is it. This is what it's all about right here.
So over the next 10 days, we're going to be taking out our van on our maiden voyage as we travel across Vancouver Island in its entirety. We'll be starting off this journey in the charming city of Victoria and ultimately make our way north to the rugged coastline in Cape Scott. With the van as our home base and no specific schedule or itinerary, we're going to have the freedom to explore the island's many beaches, forests, and towns. Seeking out some of the best camping opportunities and hidden gems that this place has to offer. Sit back, buckle up, and join us as we embark on this next adventure. This is the most I've ever paid for gas, I think.
We just pre-authorized $150 and Kyle just checked and just under full. So we're going round 2.
I pre-authorized for another $50 and I was just praying to God that it's not over $200 to fill this tank. So we're at $186 to fill.
It's a good day.
Yeah.
We're in Langford and we're so hungry. We packed all our groceries and stuff, but we just, on the road, you just don't feel like cooking sometimes, and we just haven't really found a spot to hang out just yet. So we're like, we'll just load up on our carbs, have some leftovers, and then we're gonna head closer to Victoria and find a spot to camp out for the night. Usually Kyle makes my coffee in the mornings and we have the same coffee all the time. And today I made my coffee and Kyle's like, oh, this is so good. And I'm like, for some reason mine just doesn't, it's so good but it doesn't taste as good as when Kyle makes it. And we were saying, like, when someone else makes something for you, it's so special in the mornings, and like, I don't know, it just tastes better. It's so weird.
Yeah.
We're in Beacon Hill Park in Victoria. A friend of ours told us to come check this place out because it's just beautiful flowers and lots of wildlife, and by wildlife we mean lots of birds. And so there are some owls here, lots of squirrels, ducks, and peacocks. He's looking right at us. Hey buddy.
After spending a couple noisy nights camping in the city, we were really craving to get out and find some places more secluded. We began heading down Highway 14, otherwise known as the Pacific Marine Coastal Route. Our first stop along this route was the town of Souk. Once arriving, we headed down a little logging road to find ourselves a spot to camp for the night.
So we checked out a few campgrounds and we're like, I don't know, do we want to stay here? Do we want to stay here? And we're like, oh, let's just keep going. Like, we have our maps, so we're kind of like, okay, we know there's a few spots along the way. And then we just came down this little logging road and we're like, oh yeah, this is good. And so here we are, our spot for the night. Thank you. That's good.
You know, they cause a lot of movement. We've just been spending our morning hanging out in the back of the van. We found this pretty cool little spot tucked away. It was very dark last night. There was no street lights up at the road above. Bit of a shock to the system from spending a night in the city where there was tons of lights, tons of sounds of people and cars, and then to absolute quiet, absolute darkness, but it was really nice. It is starting to clear up, so I think we're going to pack up, making our way along the coast towards Port Renfrew. From there, we are not exactly sure. Like we said, we're going with the flow, taking the days as they come. Yeah, it's gonna be a good day.
It brought all these massive slugs out. Yesterday I was saying we haven't seen these slugs in a long time, and then this morning there was a big black one outside of the van, and now there's another one right here. So we're just about to head out for a little hike to Mystic Beach, and before we go, having a little snack.
We're just cooking up some bacon and eggs on the side of the road.
Literally on the side of the road.
No big deal.
There's a few ways to access this beach, so we're just taking the more direct route and just kind of see how it goes, but we have kind of just been driving along the road and learning that there's little access points to all these beaches, so definitely would recommend the Backroads map, because then you can kind of see where points of interest are, because they are not all on a sign on the road, which we learned as well. So keep that in mind if you're traveling this way.
Yeah, we drove about 15 kilometers the wrong direction, and then we noticed we didn't see any signs for Mystic Beach, and it's a really popular beach. Like, everyone goes to this spot when you do this stretch of road, but we didn't see any signs, and so we looked into our map and it was very helpful. Also, All Trails, we use that because we wouldn't have known this part of the side of the road goes right down to a trail. Helpful to have those two things to help navigate some of these spots. Otherwise we would have just drove right on by.
He said a piece of smoked salmon would be good on this.
Oh, fresh river water.
We're down at the beach, and I thought we'd make some coffee down here. You know, we get down here and there's no lighter, so we don't know where the lighter is. So Kyle was able to tilt the isobutane on the side and get it to light. And then we made sure we had water, and then I dumped my water bottle into the pot and not enough water. And so Kyle just went and got some fresh water down by the little waterfall over there. And so we're gonna boil it up and make some coffee on the beach.
Right now we're at Mystic Beach, and it is a much more popular spot to hang out. There is a really nice tall waterfall coming over a cliff, and it's very picture worthy, which is why a lot of people come here. However, I mean, there's so many beaches in this general area that they all are pretty awesome. All in all, it's been a really awesome trip so far, exploring new parts of the island, stuff that we haven't seen before, and just endless beach. We can't wait to get up the road a little bit, start getting into the mountains again and exploring up north a little more. The furthest north we've been is Was. If you've seen that video, We camped for a couple nights up at Wasp Campground, which is really cool, but up towards Cape Scott. Just so much we haven't explored yet, and we're super excited for that. Trips like this, making the switch from working throughout the day and then going to doing nothing throughout the day, you know, have to have that on and off button, and we're getting better at that, just taking time to relax and do a little bit of nothing. It's good for the soul. Bring extra socks, folks.
We're just about to go check out one last beach for the day. And we're putting on our wet socks and our wet boots. You guys, when we were at Mystic, it was quite muddy on the way up, or on the way down and on the way up. And then we were playing in the water a little bit too, so we got soaked a few times because the tide was coming in. So yeah, like we just put these out in the sun just to kind of dry, and they're still very wet. So we're just gonna put our wet stuff back on and then go check out one last beach. And it's a short walk to the beach, so we're gonna go check it out. And then there's a hidden waterfall that we're gonna go find too. So stay tuned. We're off the beaten path.
I think I can hear it. You guys hear that? I hear water.
Let's go. What?
You know what that means? Waterfall.
Diesel's so tired. We were gonna leave him for this little adventure. And then he saw me put my jacket on and he got up out of the bed. So here we are. He's bumping along with us.
Okay. Come on.
Okay, so we went up the first creek that we saw and we did find a waterfall, and I just had a gut feeling it wasn't the right one I was thinking of. So we walked further down the beach and then we just checked online super quick if this waterfall in particular was actually here, and it is, and we're just seconds away from the entrance, so we're heading up another creek and fingers crossed we find this waterfall.
The last one was a little underwhelming and we're like, there's no way this is the one. So we walked down a little bit and there's another creek which looks a little bit more promising.
You can already see it.
And we can already see it. Just back there. Bingo. All right, safe to say this is the one.
Got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision in the night to really live you got.
Okay, we're posted up. Just got back from Sombrio Beach and we're just outside of Port Renfrew at a really sweet spot. We're overlooking the ocean right now and we'll have to show you the sunrise in the morning. We're going to just have a little snack and get ready for bed and then carry on tomorrow.
The original plan was to go into town and grab ourselves some groceries, but we have some oatmeal left, so we're gonna fill up on that and yeah, probably hit the hay. We have this pretty epic view of the ocean and the mountains and what's left of the sunset. So another successful day, and we will see you all again tomorrow.
We just stopped quick along the way from Port Renfrew to Duncan for a little snack. Everything was closed in Port Renfrew. Nothing opens until 9 for gas and 11 for all the stores, groceries, and everything. So we're just stopping to have a quick classic bowl of oatmeal. And then we will stock up in Duncan.
Almost done the Pacific Marine route. Definitely worth checking out. Of course, all my drone batteries are dead because this last little stretch is just beautiful. There's tons of little rivers and creeks below us, and then you can see the mountains. It was nice and foggy this morning, and then it was clearing. Just very picturesque. And I didn't have my drone batteries to get up and capture much of it, but that's okay. We got to enjoy it with our own eyes. And yes, definitely worth road tripping out this way. I'm so excited for that.